This was my holiday for December 2014 festive season through to the new year of January 2015. I spent it at the coast with my partner and some friends, and we had a lot of barbecues. With two hearts beating together, as you can see in this picture. This was a nice and good feeling to be at the beach with my friends, my partner, and it was just so good, feeling so good. Indeed, it was good to have some time off from work after a long year, and we had fun with friends and my partner. We played in the water by the beach. Oh wow, I can't stop smiling when I'm thinking about this. And indeed, it was relaxing to be with brothers, one of my brother, and then some cousins by the beach, by the seaside. Oh, with my partner, it was just so much beautiful and lovely. And the Christmas Day sunset was so awesome to look at as it appears in these pictures. I will always have fond memories of this. It was so nice. And then the next day we headed off to the dunes in the Namib Desert at the Dorob National Park. And this June 7 is really interesting because it's one of the world's highest. It's said to be more than 400 meters high, and one has really to struggle to get to the top. So, like I earlier said, that one has to struggle to reach to the top, I was no exception because I really struggled because of my body size, and it was not easy. Everybody went and then reached the top, and then I was meeting them going back down, but then I had the courage, although I felt like giving up because I was so tired, but I had the courage to carry on and at least have that pride that I also made it to the top. So it was really good. And then we visited the salt plant. It was so fascinating and again interesting because looking at how these people are producing the salt and the processing of everything is just so interesting, especially for me because I don't have that experience. So it was really a wonderful thing and to see. And then a mountain of salt behind me, ready for pickup and then ready to be exported, as it appears behind me, and it's more than double or 3 times or 5 times my height. And then the camel riding was the climax of my whole holiday trip, because this is something I never dreamt of, and it was such a lifetime experience. And then I met my hero, my inspiration, Dr. Sam Nujoma, the founding father of the Namibian nation, and he led the liberation struggle for Namibia for almost 3 decades and led us to independence. So it was such a privilege, and I was so honored to meet him. And so this happened when we visited him at his coastal home, as he was also in the holiday relaxing. So we took the opportunity with some friends, and it was really such a good experience to meet him. I also never thought of meeting him one-on-one. And then immediately after New Year, on the 2nd of January, we drove back over a long drive. But although it was just a one-day drive, we left early in the morning to drive to the Rokana waterfalls to conclude our holiday trip. It was such a good feeling to be in company of the loved one, my nieces, my siblings, my nephews, friends, and all family. They were there, so we were like welcoming the new year in style. And it was really wonderful to be by the waterfall and also hearing the popping sound of the waters beating on the rocks. So that will be always in my memory. At the waterfall with my lifetime partner, whilst we were observing the nature and at the same time admiring it, especially the landscape and the waterfall, is something you cannot imagine of how wonderful the creation can be. Indeed, it was such a good new year, which we welcomed in style with all family members. As you can see, everybody was happy. Indeed, with more and more barbecues, when we were actually enjoying the good lifetime and indeed welcoming the brand new year 2016 in style. In fact, there were plenty of food and drinks for everybody, and it was nice. And so that was my holiday, and I really enjoyed it.